I'm an expert at losing and gaining weight. I've been doing it for years. I've been doing it all my life. Losing, dieting, regaining, losing, regaining, dieting, losing, regaining. Like hundreds of pounds. My body is tired. And I'm now on a steady downward trend. I'm losing again. And then I might have a little bit too much to eat over a weekend. Then I lose again, but I'm always losing a little more, a little more, a little more. But what are the top causes of regaining weight? Well, here's one that is, it's really high on the list, and it's not an easy fix. Might be a simple fix, but it's not an easy fix. What are the people in your household doing? See, I have the luxury, the blissful joy of living alone. I don't have to ask anyone. So what should we have for dinner? Or, hey, did you eat my Weight Watchers popcorn? Or, I'm just spitballing. I don't eat Weight Watchers popcorn. I don't have to worry about other people touching my food, commenting on my food, eating something I shouldn't have right in front of me, complaining, spending my, grocery money on. I don't have to worry about that. And yet I have regained. So let's say people in your household, plus a lack of a support system. Because when you find a group, a steady group of supported people who understand that it's not a simple fix, you're not putting duct tape over your mouth. This isn't a very good prop, is it? Duct tape over your mouth. I mean, that'll keep you from eating, right? Just duct tape. You breathe through your nose. What? You know what I mean. It's not as simple as just not eating. If you're on a healthy track, a weight loss track, and the other people in your household aren't, it's like keeping kosher in a household with people who don't, or trying to be vegetarian or vegan in a household full of meat eaters. It's weird for you to eat differently than the rest of the household. And people don't like change. They don't like when people break away from what the tribe is doing. It's confusing and alienating, and it feels like rejection. So they try to pull you back in. They don't know who you're going to become if you suddenly start losing weight and being healthy. Who are you now? Are you reliably the person they've come to know and love? Are you reliably the person who will join them on doing things they shouldn't do? Are you going to be a buddy in, overeating, over drinking, slacking off, watching TV instead of doing homework? Wait, you're on some righteous path of good health and healthy eating? So, oftentimes people in your household will find ways to sabotage you, to try to change back to the person I knew, change back to the person who had 3 or 4 desserts while we were watching TV. Not only do we have the bowl of ice cream, but then we had some cookies. Then we had some more cookies. And one more thing before we go to bed. And you wake up fat together and start it all over again. People don't like to lose their buddy. I mean, people in sobriety, same thing. All your drinking buddies, you can't hang out with them any longer. If you're in 12-step, if you're in recovery for drinking, you're not going to the bar. You're not Sam Malone, who owned Cheers, even though he was a recovering alcoholic. Look, that might work for a very small percentage of people. For the most part, you won't want the peer pressure of, come on, just one drink. You're no fun anymore. Come on, it's so and so's birthday. You're not going to be like that on so and so's birthday. And so you have to say, no, I'm spending tonight with my family, or no, I have to go to a meeting. Oh, you think you're too good for us now. You've heard it. If you're in recovery, you've heard it. Same thing with dieting and weight loss. Oh, come on, you're no fun. Come on, it's just, she spent all this time making that lasagna. What do you do? What do you do when you're surrounded by people who are not clapping for you, supporting you, or on the same track as you? Well, one idea is, now once in a while I'll turn on that My 600-Pound Life or My 1,000-Pound Life, whatever these exploitive shows are for very fat people who then hopefully can get this weight loss surgery, and many of them don't succeed fabulously either. That's their drug of choice, and the addiction has not been addressed. They get scolded by that surgeon who's getting really old. They get scolded and told if they really wanted to live long and be with their families, they would eat better. Why are they cheating? Why are they sneaking food? I don't know, because they're not in a recovery program. So one easy way would be to get everyone in the household on board. Well, I'm the one who does the grocery shopping and the cooking around here, so we're going to start eating a little differently. I need to lose 50 pounds, the doctor said, and I can't do that if I'm cooking whatever for all of you. So you're going to eat what I eat. And if you don't like it, you can go out, earn your own money, and buy your own food. This, of course, is easier said than done. Not a lot of people who are the cooks and the grocery shoppers of the household have that kind of power or have that kind of nerve or are good at setting boundaries like that. I remember in a group, an online support group for bariatric surgery, a woman was having problems with her husband sabotaging her, always having junk food in the house, bringing it in from the outside world, coming home and, throwing a half-eaten, fast food meal on the table and coming home with bags of chips. Well, she was grocery shopping with him one day. He was piling the carriage full of cookies and soda and garbage. And she put a tomato in the basket, in, the shopping cart. And he said, "What's that?" "It's a tomato." "What are you going to do with that?" And he started giving her such a hard time. Her response was to be like, "Oh, forget it." And she put it back. She put the tomato back. I'm still not okay with that. I wish I could find the board and be like, "Are you still with that guy?" A tomato? Like, she couldn't say, "Well, it's for a recipe. Or I'm going to put it on a sandwich later." What? Why was it? Because it was something different. It was something out of the ordinary. It was produce. It was fresh. It was healthy. And he was in charge of her. Not just for the joy of controlling another person. It's the whole, who do you think you are? What do you think, you're better than me? You're going to start eating vegetables now? Our unspoken agreement, our unspoken silent contract is that we do cookies and soda until we just get fatter and fatter and eventually, need new furniture along with new clothes. It's really hard to do your own thing in a household of people who still want to eat whatever they want. Or maybe they can. Not everyone has the kind of metabolism that makes them gain weight when they have a cookie. I do. I'll gain 3 pounds in a day eating a few things over plan. I have a sluggish metabolism. But some people are, more muscular, whatever. Everyone's different. But if you don't have a household full of people who support you, it'll be difficult. So what do? You have to start going to meetings, whether it's your bariatric support group, Al-anon, Overeaters Anonymous, some sort of group therapy. You have to get out of the house and go to meetings. Either that, or if you can steal away to a quiet place and do a Zoom meeting kind of thing, it's probably a good idea. You need a support group. You need a support system. And if it's not your household, you will need to find that somewhere else. And online is a good place to find it. COVID made us branch out, start using Zoom, looking for online resources. The people around you will pull you down if you let them. Not because they're mean, but because they don't want to lose their friend, their buddy, their partner in eating poorly, their underachiever friend who validates, we all validate each other in our underachievement. And, we're tired after our workday. We're tired. And then we cleaned, and then we did this, and then we did that. What, we have to do extra? Like take a walk? Ugh. If that has not been your habit up until now, people feel betrayed. They won't join you. Or if you do have a partner in the household that's doing it with you, I had this in mind. My father and I, we would start off real good, eating our diet food. We would go on these weird diets together. I think my mother put us on these diets. I remember tuna fish with vinegar and celery and raw carrots. And he was going to tough it out to try to support the kid. The kid needs to lose weight, so I'll do it too. It would not last very long. This non-fat weird. I mean, these are diets from the 1970s. Vinegar tuna. Oh my god. Cottage cheese with a burger patty. I actually still like that. The diet plate from the diner. A burger patty, cottage cheese, fruit, maybe Jell-O. I can still eat that and absolutely love it. Dry toast. These are things I wouldn't normally eat. I don't eat toast. I don't keep bread in the house. But yeah, so my father and I, we go on diets together, and then we're going to go take a walk after dinner. We wouldn't last a week. You think you can go on that walk without me, Lisa? I'm real tired. Oh, that's okay, Dad. I'm going to go do homework. Okay. And then just not mention it ever again. I'm not blaming my father. I'm just saying this is human nature. And we have this silent agreement with people in our households that we won't change too drastically and make them feel abandoned. That we'll be, codependents in our addictions together. Oh, just one drink, and then, come on, it's just a little more. Just 1.5, and then, after that, it's just the alcohol takes over, and you're drinking and drinking and drinking. Same thing with food. Well, we had 3 cookies. We'll start fresh tomorrow. Let's have a 4th or a 5th. That's how regain happens. So you were good as gold when you came home from the hospital with your brand new tool. Your weight loss surgery, it's a tool. You permanently altered your body. Compromised your digestion and your absorption of nutrients. And it happened to me. There are many, many benefits of having this gastric bypass. But it doesn't do the work for me any longer. It won't stop me regaining all the weight. It'll just make it painful. Because eating too much causes terrible pain. Is this the most beautiful thing? This is a member of my household. Hey, boo. I don't know if you could hear that. So you need to be able to go out. I don't care if you have to tell a white lie. Look, insurance, will pay for such and such a thing, but only if I, log into 10 of these meetings. Buy some time till you learn how to draw some boundaries and say, well, I'd like to succeed at this, and this is one of the ways I'm going to do it. Oh, but we always watch such and such on a Wednesday. I thought that was our such and such night. Well, no, this is the only night the meeting, happens. So if you're still up when I get back, you could tell me about it. You're going to get pushback. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to be the different one? Are you ready to be the breakout star of your diet journey? Is your weight loss transformation important enough to you to say, I'm not part of this overeating group household any longer? I eat differently, I move differently, and I'm going out tonight because I do have energy. You're not the person I married. You can watch these shows. The weight loss shows, the 600-pound life shows, and you see it. You see behaviors. Or it's the person who's supposed to be on a diet, and the household person is trying to keep them on the diet, and they will just turn into a monster if they don't get their whatever brought to them. Some of them can't get up to get their own food. And you're like, well, how are they staying so fat? Who's bringing them the food? Someone in the household who they verbally abuse if they don't bring them the food. Or maybe they're heavy as they are, sedentary as they are, it's their money. And they control how the household runs. And they can withdraw financial support or threaten to do that if the person who they live with doesn't bring them the whatever. I told you I saw one where a woman had her credit card and she had the Chinese food guy bring it to her bedroom window. She couldn't get out of bed without help. I think she was using, the bathroom like it was a bedpan. Like, that's how bad it was. Nope, she wanted her Chinese food. She was going to have it. I'm in favor of rehabs, of inpatient programs. But once you're back home in the environment, even a weight loss surgery won't keep you from regain if you're surrounded by people who want to pull you off your plan. So get them on board, or be willing to be different and walk away after dinner. Can you do that? I have a support system now, and I'm doing very well. So I wish you the best in finding that. There are other reasons for regain. I think this is a good series to talk about. So this will be part 1, and I'll be back with another segment of Reasons for Regain, starring Star-Lord. Very quiet.